Okay. So what is your full name?
My full name is Helen the Day Otin.
And how old are you?
I'm gonna be 74. I was born in July 78, 1942.
And you were married?
I was married for almost 50 years. My husband died 2 months before it would have been 50 years.
And what was his name?
Nelson Paul Otin.
And where did you meet him at?
At a dance hall, the Jolly Inn, when I was young in school.
And did you know him before you met him
No, I
there?
did not. No, I did not.
Did y'all go to school together or anything like that?
No, he did not go to school. I met him when I was 15,
Uh-huh.
and we dated till I was 21, then we got married.
And were you born here in Houma?
I was born in here. I was born in Houma, Terrebonne Parish.
Do you enjoy Houma?
Yes, I do. I do. Only town I really know that I'm not going to get lost in.
And you have children?
I had one daughter in 1967. I was 24 when I had her.
Mm-hmm. And she has children as well?
No, she does not have children.
No? Would you have liked her to have children?
Yes, I would have. But she was unable to have children.
Yeah. And who were your parents?
My parents was May and Lester Leday.
Mm-hmm. And were they from Houma as well?
Well, they were both raised on Nikoto.
In Koto?
Yeah, from home, Nikoto.
Yeah. Do you remember them?
Yes, I do. I remember them good, real good. I was 28 when my dad died, and my mother died in 99, 16 years ago. So yeah, it was pretty good. I was real close to my mom because when she got sick, I was there most of the time. After I quit work, I worked at Brady Engine for 30 years, from 1960 to 1990 when they went under.
Mm-hmm.
And then from there, my mother needed help.
Yeah. And what's the best memory that you can think of?
Well, it's more than a memory. I don't know if it's a memory, but it's something that really made me feel good. In 1995, I gave my brother a kidney.
Mm-hmm.
And to me, it was important to give him a life.
Yeah.
And it really worked. The kidney I gave him lasted for 12 years.
Mm-hmm.
And then he went back on dialysis, and then 3 years later, he got a cadaver, which he still has today.
Yeah.
But it's a good feeling when you know you can save somebody's life.
Yeah.
Which it did to me.
Yeah. And how did that make you feel when you found out and you were given the ultimatum of giving him that kidney or not, making that whole decision? How did that make you feel?
I was good about it. I was really good about it. I was serious. He didn't take me serious at first, but I was.
Mm-hmm.
And I talked it over with my husband. My husband told me he didn't think he could do it. He could do it.
Yeah.
But if I was willing to do it, he'd stand by my side, which he did.
Yeah.
And it really made me feel good. I mean, I didn't have a problem with it because I knew I could live with one kidney.
Yeah.
It was a gamble, well, whether it would have worked or not, but neither one of us would have lost anything because he'd have still been on dialysis. He had something to gain, which he did,
Mm-hmm.
because it worked out good for
Yeah.
him for 12 years.
That's good. So what might be your most vivid memory of your childhood? Something that you could think of that that always stuck with you, a memory that you can always look back and think of about your childhood.
Well, one thing I can really remember, my mother used to rent rooms to the men that would work offshore or something. They'd come and they'd rent rooms. And when they get back from work, the most thing I can remember is going outside and playing marbles with them.
Mm-hmm.
And I was about 12, 13 years old.
Mm-hmm.
Playing marbles, and to me that was a big thing.
Mm-hmm.
They were grown-up men and I was playing marbles with them.
Mm-hmm.
And that did make me feel good because I'd beat them.
Well, that's always fun. What could be a major event that happened to you in your life? I know the kidney
Yes.
thing was a major.
Yeah, that's the most major thing that happened
Yeah.
to me.
Is there anything else that you can think of that may have affected you in your life as far as later decisions that you might make or anything like that?
No, I can't really think of anything, but like when it came to helping people out, to me that wasn't a big major decision. That was automatic.
Mm-hmm.
And I did that to my sister, my mother, and friends.
Yeah.
And to me, it wasn't traumatic, but or a big decision. It's something you normally do natural.
Mm-hmm.
Because I was always glad to be on the side that could do than the side that needed.
Mm-hmm.
So
you helped a lot of people out.
Yes, I did. Yes, I did.
In what kind of ways?
Well, my mother was sick, and I'd go and take care of her, and my sister too. She was in a wheelchair, and I was there for her.
Mm-hmm.
And then when she went to the nursing home, I was there for her. And then her sister-in-law and brother-in-law, she used to help them before, and then when she couldn't, I took over and helped her.
Mm-hmm.
But to me, it was a normal thing because that's what you do when people need your help.
Yeah.
Because one day you never know when you're going to need it,
Yeah.
which I'm in those days right now.
Yeah. Okay. So, what would have been a great accomplishment in your life that you can recall?
Well, first getting married and having a child, and another accomplishment. Most people doesn't do this.
Mm-hmm.
Is hold a job for 30 years. I only had one job. I graduated in 1960 in May, and in 1960 in June, I started working for Brady Engine Company, and I worked there for 30 years. Most people don't do that.
Mm-hmm.
I was young, and I stayed there for 30 years.
And what was your job?
I was a secretary for the service department.
Did you enjoy it?
Sometimes I did, sometimes I didn't. But it wasn't where I hated enough to quit, because I didn't.
Mm.
But I guess like anybody, you get a little aggravated at times.
Yeah.
But then you have to get over it, because when you work for somebody else, you have to work for somebody else.
Would you say that work was a major part of your life?
Yes, it was, because it helped on the income, and it helped me with my daughter in later life.
Yeah. Did you enjoy your job?
Again, times I did,
Oh, yeah.
times I didn't.
Who is your biggest influence in your life?
I'd say my mother,
Why?
because she always taught us, what to do and what was right and what was wrong. And she'd always tell us, too, if you see somebody that needs help and you can help them, help them.
Yeah.
And she always preached that to us. And I think that stayed with me. And I feel the same way today, and I tell it to my own daughter, and which she does, too. If you can help someone, help someone.
Mm-hmm.
And I think it's her, because she always tended to us. We weren't really rich. My daddy didn't have a good job, but we always got what we needed. And we never went hungry. And she seen to it. My mother worked hard in her life to give us what she could.
Mm-hmm.
So I'd say it was her.
What would be the most important lesson that you have learned from life?
The most important lesson I learned from life?
Mm-hmm.
I think is to live it the best way you can, and to be honest and fair about everything.
Mm-hmm.
And I think that'll get you through a lot by doing that.
Mm-hmm.
So I think that's about the most important thing.
How important is family to you, and what does it mean to you?
Oh, my family is very important to me, because, and what it means to me is just, I don't know, it's just being loved and loving back. Because, when you have a family, you have someone, that can take care of you, and vice versa. So that's a big thing to me.
Mm-hmm.
And I have, we were 6 children. I only have, there's only 3 of us still living, but we were always close because we were there for each other. And to me, that's very important, to be there for each other.
Mm.
And we were. And the three of us that are left are still close together. And that's important to me.
So growing up in a big family, did you enjoy that?
Yes, I did. I did. Because we were like, at the beginning, it was like 3 years apart, and then the last three of us are like 5 years apart. But we still was close, you know. And then when my sister got older, she always helped my mother with us. But there was three of them that lived out of town, but even though they lived out of town, we were still close.
Mm.
And to me, that's important.
Yeah.
You know, you got to have someone you can turn to, and if you can turn to your family, I think you're doing good.
Yeah. Okay. And what about religion? Do you feel like religion has played a big part in your life?
I do. I do. When we were growing up, and we were little, and before we even had cars, we all walked on Sunday morning. We walked to church at St. Francis.
Mm-hmm.
And little, and Mama taught us how to go to church. Until today, I still carry that out. And yes, I do. I think religion played a good part in it.
Mm-hmm.
And she made sure that we went to church. If you didn't go to church, you didn't go nowhere else. You didn't fool her. If you can't be sick at the time of church and better 2 hours later to go to the show, that didn't work with her. But none of us ever pulled that on her. We never did that. We always went to church. And today, religion is still strong with me. I still go to church, and I taught my daughter the same thing.
Yeah. So from whenever you were younger to now, I know times have changed quite a bit. What do you feel like is the biggest significant change in life? As in, like, cars have changed and stores have changed, people's mentalities have changed. What do you find is the biggest change in society and in life